What's going on, gentlemen? Welcome to the video. So let's talk about guilty pleasures. The dictionary says that a guilty pleasure is something that one enjoys despite feeling that it's not generally held in high regard. I mean, you indulge, but you know that you probably shouldn't, but it's not harming anybody or yourself, so technically, you really shouldn't feel all that guilty about it, except for those immoral, fattening, or illegal ones. It's an interesting conundrum, and guilty pleasures are something that really everybody has, whether you want to admit to it or not. So today, I'm gonna go over several different guilty pleasures that most men have, but they might not always admit to having. All right, coming in strong right out of the gate with the first guilty pleasure being sexual fetishes and erotic fantasies. So stay with me here on this one because chances are if you're a man, you either fantasize about something or you indulge in those fantasies or those fetishes with your partner. And if you don't currently have a partner, or if your partner maybe isn't into the same stuff that you're into, you're probably searching for it online. And hey, just for the record, having fantasies or fetishes is perfectly normal and totally okay. I mean, you might be super into threesomes, or maybe you're into feet, or maybe you like getting tied up. Honestly, who cares? As long as you're not hurting anybody and everyone is legal and consensual, I don't see anything wrong with it. Okay, the next guilty pleasure is binging reality television. Netflix is full of this stuff and it's very easy to get sucked in. I recently got sucked into that Love is Blind show, and over the course of probably 2 days or so, I think I binged the entire second season. It's not something that I'm very proud of, but it was a guilty pleasure that I indulged in. And I know I'm not alone here because I hear about this stuff all the time where all these dudes are binge watching stuff on Netflix or Amazon that they're really not that proud of. For example, the Kardashians, Love Island, or Naked and Afraid. And I know you know what I'm talking about. Okay, this next one I've been indulging in recently, and it's really good quality cigars and whiskey. I kind of blame my friend George over at Gents Lounge because he just makes it look so cool. He also recently did a really nice collaboration with a whiskey company, so I bought one of the bottles to support George, and I really do like it. So maybe once or twice a week, if the weather's nice, I pour myself a little glass of whiskey, and I'll sit out in the backyard right before sunset, and I'll enjoy a really good cigar with that glass of whiskey. And if you follow my Instagram stories, you already know. The cigars that I've been really getting into lately are from La Aurora, who graciously came on board once again to sponsor today's video. La Aurora was founded back in 1903 with only 6 employees. And as they grew their business, they remained true to their family traditions and Dominican roots by giving back through social responsibility programs, job creation, and charitable initiatives. And because of all of that, La Aurora is one of the top employers in the northern region of the Dominican Republic. La Aurora has now expanded into 5 continents, bringing the taste of the Dominican Republic to 60 countries. Masterful blends and meticulous attention to detail elevate La Aurora over other cigar brands. The 107 Nicaragua is the most recent addition to their long line of premium cigars, and it was selected as one of Cigar Snob's top 25 cigars of 2020. Their sampler packs and cigar accessories also make great gifts. So if you're into cigars, or you know somebody who is, but maybe you're not quite sure what to get, shop now by clicking the link down in the description and grab yourself some high quality cigars from La Aurora that you will love. Thank you, La Aurora Cigars, once again for supporting my channel and sponsoring today's video. All right, the next guilty pleasure is indulging in electronic gadgets or really anything techie. This could be anything from your Amazon Alexa to the Google Home Assistant to Bluetooth controlled outlets on your coffee machine to even your security system or your thermostat or even your smartwatch or whatever fitness tracking device you have, and even light bulbs that change colors. Guys, there is so much tech out there right now, and it seems like everything has its own app. A lot of guys are very into all this super high-tech stuff, and a lot of it does make your life a lot easier, so I totally understand. All right, let's get into junk food for a minute because this is kind of a big one because a lot of guys indulge in junk food or sugary desserts and candy on a regular basis. Now, for me personally, I love desserts, but I just don't keep any of that stuff in my house, so I don't get to have donuts or cheesecake all that often. But what I do have in the house, oh my God, are these Sour Strips candies. These things are freaking amazing, and the owner of this company is a YouTuber that I follow. His company exploded over the last probably 2 years or so. And I think about in the next month or so, these sour strips will be in every single Target location nationwide. Okay, the next guilty pleasure that a lot of you probably will relate to is anything automotive related. Whether it's collecting models or posters or artifacts of your favorite cars, or even if you're like me and you built your own race car, a lot of guys can appreciate cars or motorcycles or off-roading or basically anything with a motor and wheels. And a lot of you guys know that I built and raced a car for like 9 years back in the day, and I'm still very much into motorsports of all kinds. And because I know myself, I know that I need to be very careful when it comes to like modifying any vehicles that I own, because it can be a very slippery slope that can get out of hand really fast. And if you know what I mean, hit that like button. Okay, the next guilty pleasure that a lot of guys might not admit to having, and stay with me here, is indulging in very high quality bedding. And listen, to be honest, I never really gave much thought about bed sheets until very recently when I had the opportunity to try out these bamboo sheets from this company, Bed Voyage. I made a video about these things a few weeks ago, and in the video I talked about how much I liked the ones they gave me so much that I went back to the website and bought more sets all on my own. And it's kind of crazy because I think a lot of guys also probably feel the same way once they do experience a really high quality bed sheet, but it's not necessarily something that you want to just run out and tell all your buddies about. All right, coming in next is shoes. And I can say without reservation that more guys than you might realize have a bigger collection of shoes than what you think they have. Younger guys especially, because sneakers are a huge thing right now. And all these guys are collecting these really expensive Jordans and other really expensive brands. And I've seen entire rooms full of shoe boxes. And sometimes I think I've got a lot of shoes, but then I look at some of that stuff and think that I'm really not all that bad. I get it though, right? You don't want to wear the same pair of shoes every single day. So most of us have an assortment of shoes that we kind of wear in a rotation so that you can mix things up. Once again, it's not hurting anybody, but most guys might not admit to having as many shoes as they actually do. All right, this next one I'm sure you knew was coming, and it's chocolate. This guilty pleasure is shared by both men and women because chocolate is universally satisfying. Listen, whether it's chocolate chip cookies or dark chocolate bars or milk chocolate or chocolate ice cream with brownies mixed in, or even chocolate cake with chocolate frosting, or ice cream sundaes with hot fudge syrup drizzled everywhere, or giant brownies or chocolate mud pies. As long as you're not having all of these things every single day, you're gonna be just fine. So listen, if you enjoyed this video, please tap that like button, and also please consider subscribing because I release 2 brand new videos every single week. And with that, my friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Live well, and I'll see you in the next one.